Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Virgo March 17, 2022. The moon spends the day in your privacy sector, and taking a break from the usual can be in order. Still, the Sun and Jupiter head toward an alignment in your social sector, pointing to a generally rewarding time for pleasant contact with others. It can also be a time of a deeper connection with your personal faith in happiness plans and goals. Opportunities to improve your links with friends, groups, and networks are likely to emerge this year, and there can be events and feelings that get the ball rolling along these lines today. It's a great time to set new goals and resolutions that reflect these desires for connectedness that are awakening in you. Friendships begun at this time in your life can be extra special ones. Your spirits are high, your attitude is fresh, and your sense of community is strong. Transits bring warm, successful energy for friendships and family or home matters. You can feel especially inspired now, and you might gain the moral support of someone special. Mini getaway with your lover? Whether you're single or already in a romantic commitment, one thing's for sure, your vacation is long overdue. This is especially true when considering the moon's shift into overzealous Aries and your sleepy 12th house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes. And with the moon in Aries ruler, Mars, sitting alongside your celestial ruler, Venus via your expansive 9th house of adventure, it's the perfect excuse to take off somewhere with your lover and clear your head. On another note, for those of you connecting with someone who's at a distance from you, it's okay to keep things secret for now. What can you do to adopt a more serious, if unique, approach to your career path and professional legacy? As of today, Mercury conjunct Saturn in fixed Aquarius, drawing your mental awareness towards your professional journey. Although somewhat tense since your sign squares this conjunction, it can be perfect for finding a creative resolution to go after what you want, but with certain allowances. Both Mercury and Saturn are busy structuring your career path with authenticity. But you may be resisting a more unconventional journey or endeavor that could be worthwhile. Have an open mind about your professional possibilities. In the lead up to Venus and Mars' return to your career sector tomorrow, there is not only a sense of professional but financial anticipation as well. As the planet of money, Venus' return tomorrow was always going to see her steer things in a lucrative direction, and with the moon returning to your income sector early next week, it won't take her long to do just that. A massive power struggle between roommates could be back in full force. Think of yourself as a peacekeeping force and do what needs doing. You may finally have that revelation that has been eluding you. Your intentions and actions come together with the vocalization of your ideas. If your desire to help others is strong but you need help expressing that, consult someone you respect. Through the articulation of your thoughts, you will bring them closer to a reality that can be shared with others. It often helps to take a long walk in order to get your courage up. If there's a pile of work waiting for you to tackle, have no fear. This is the day, and there is no better vibration than this to get you focused and on task. This can see you get caught up or work ahead of schedule, depending on where you're at. You may also find that you are more productive working on your own with this vibration happening. Use this to do the things you need to that are outside of any partnerships you're involved in. While the build-up to tomorrow's full moon in Virgo might be evoking some strong emotional responses, and this can throw up the fog of war, one place that things are likely to be clear is on the professional front. For the second time this week, there is a friendly aspect between planets on the job front and the dwarf planet Ceres in your career sector. This time it is Mars, who, taking over from Venus earlier in the week, is using this to fire up your motivation and engage his warrior and competitive spirit on both fronts. As much as there may already be some personal or relationship tension or some strong emotional responses in the lead up to tomorrow's full moon, there is also an equal measure of communication support. While this is a full moon that will put a balance between your personal and relationship needs to the test, it comes with a lot more support from the communication gods than you would normally expect, and that makes all the difference. Your tarot reading for today. the Fool, the Magician, and the Empress. You would like to tell your friends what they should be doing in their lives. You like making them open their eyes about subjects that seem obvious to you. But, have you ever thought about what they may think about your interference? Mind your own business is perhaps something they have already said to you. You bet. Telling someone what they should do is often viewed poorly. This draw shows that you sometimes interfere too much in the lives of the people around you. It may be interesting to give your opinion sometimes, but beware not to offend them by imposing your way of doing things. Each person is different and uses what seems logical to themselves. You need to use a medicine dropper when you're giving advice, otherwise you run the risk that people will get cross and take offense. That may be what has happened to you recently. The cards show a recent event during which you may have offended someone with your words. This is the risk you run when you interfere too much in other people's lives. Advise, yes. But don't dictate. Would you like someone to tell you that you don't get out enough and you should be a bit more active? No. It's unpleasant. And this is understandable. So, don't forget, and don't do to others what you don't want them to do to you. By following this advice, you will calm your relationships with others and increase your social attractiveness. Our eyes in the sky. The future seems limitless, but it requires thought and care to attain our desires. The Sun's minor aspects with Jupiter and Saturn aren't giving us the space to break through the roadblocks that stand in our way. Mars's powerful connection with Pluto and frustration with Jupiter and give us the strength to transform and evolve. Passions may get bigger and more exhilarating, which can help us set our intentions and manifest the right vision for ourselves now. Jupiter also harmonizes with Venus and shares a minor aspect with Mercury. This is a very lovely aspect that can give you the confidence to assert your emotional and fundamental needs. Whatever your dreams, this is the time to discuss them with others, even if it isn't the moment to bring them to fruition. With the right amount of diligence and care, you'll be able to bring your fantasies and desires to light. The key is to believe in yourself and your vision no matter what anyone else says. Your perseverance in making sure your dreams come true will prove all of the naysayers wrong. Others recognize our inner strength as well as our restraint now, and so we may be called upon to lead a charge or demonstrate to others how they might apply their skills to access courage. However, the same factors which cause us to feel strong and confident can be used to manipulate others if we are not conscious of the way we are using our energy. How we respond to this transit really depends on our negotiation of power dynamics. To this end, we can use our power to heal and inspire, or to manipulate and exploit, so act wisely. Following this connection, Venus in Libra trines Jupiter in Aquarius, a favorable aspect for smoothing over difficulties in relationships. This is a signature of heightened idealism, and bonds can be formed and compromises reached to grow stronger and wiser together. Though this aspect favors ongoing romantic engagements, it is equally favorable for relaxing with friends, socializing, or taking a vacation. This is an especially good influence for making investments, because we are less likely to be frivolous or to waste our resources on items that will quickly depreciate.